Welcome to my class. I'm Mrs. Landreth Williams, Miss L for short. Landreth Williams is too much of a mouthful. I look forward to having you here this year. My classroom philosophy, this is one I've had for quite a long time. I was in graduate school. I was asked to develop one, and I really thought about it, what it means for me to be a teacher, what I want from you, my inspirations. I hope to help find your inspirations. So one of my heroes is Nelson Mandela, and this poem actually was often attributed to Nelson Mandela, but it is not Nelson Mandela's original words. It was originally written by Williamson. And it was a really important, for those of you who know about South African history, or those of you who also know about the civil rights movement, really kind of have a sense of who Nelson Mandela is. If you don't, we'll talk more about it, and you'll definitely be learning more about who he is and what he did, not just for his country, but for our world. So this is the poem that he selected to have read at his inaugural speech in 1994. Our deepest fear is not that we're inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are more powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, and fabulous? Actually, who are you not to be? You're a child of God. Your playing small doesn't serve the world. There's nothing enlightened about shrinking so other people won't feel secure around you. You're born to make manifest the glory of God within us. It's not just in some of us, it's in everyone. And as we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. As we are liberated from our fear, our presence automatically liberates others. And as you're in my class, we'll talk about poetry quite a bit. And so this is why I share this poem, is for this reason. It is my goal to create a classroom environment where students are encouraged to push beyond their fears and limitations to let their light shine in their own lives, our classroom, the school campus, and the greater community. So from this is my classroom expectations. Respect. Primarily, respect yourself. In your words and deeds and how you carry yourself, you are wonderful. From that, respect your peers, respect your teachers, and respect all visitors. Any person who enters this room, I consider to be a teacher, or even if that's not their title, there's always something you can learn from everyone. For a while, I taught a museum, and one of my favorite co-teachers was one of our janitors. She was this amazing woman, and she would come into my class, and she would teach us songs in Spanish. And really, if you think of the students, you ask them today if they remember much of that class, they probably didn't remember much of me, but they remembered a lot of her. And maybe her title was not the teacher of the class, but she definitely taught me a lot. So going directly from the poem, let your light shine in all that you say and do. And this one maybe is a little kitschy, but I'm a very big believer in it, is I'm possible, not impossible. It's up to you on how you look at it. Believe in your possibilities. So it's really, if you see, it's just like a play on words. It's just really where you put the emphasis. I'm guessing some of you have seen this before, but I really believe that in looking at how you look at it, if it's possible or not. You might not know how to do something the first try, second try, maybe even the third, but you don't give up. And know that I'm here to help you. And so, hey, if I don't know how to do it, I'll tell you. I'll always be honest. But maybe I'll find somebody who can help us, or we will work it out. And you will find out that is probably the phrase I will say the most to you when you're with me, is that we will work it out. This is another kind of goes with that respect, professional, and academic language. All conversations and discussions must be in appropriate professional and academic language. Profanity and disrespectful topics of conversation are not permitted at any time. Remember where you're at. It's not that I am so offended by profanity or colorful language. It's more that I want to make sure you know when you can use it and when you cannot. How you talk with your friends and family is definitely not the way you should talk to your boss. I might have say something like that. And often you'll hear me say, if I feel like we're verging on to maybe a topic that's just you and me, I'll say, is this a you and me or you and me in the whole class? Because as you can see, the room's quite small. Clean up after yourself. Failure to do so will lead to eating and drinking privileges to be revoked. As you know, I'm pretty chill about if you eat or drink in here, that's fine. I have tea, sometimes I'll have coffee. I'm not your mommy. I will sometimes mommy you because that's kind of my nature, but I'm not going to clean up after you, and I will revoke the food and drink. And this goes with one of my just a crazy little pet peeve is don't sit on tables or desks because I just let somebody eat there or somebody's going to eat there, and it's kind of, you might not know about it and they might not know about it, but I know your bet was just where somebody's going to eat the breakfast. Okay, my final thing, rewards and consequences. Just as on the job, your attendance, attitude, behavior, and appropriate speech will positively or negatively affect your grade. Work habit, citizenship points are included in class grading. So the big part is I want this to be a comfortable environment for everyone. It's very, very important to me that this is a safe class. I have very little control over the world. I truly probably don't have the entire control over this classroom, but I strive very, very hard to make this a safe place for all, and I'll be a stickler on things to make sure it's safe. I don't want to hear your viewpoints, your view or your thoughts, or if you have questions, because sometimes you have questions, you're not sure how to ask them. If you know how to do it, and if you ask it from your heart, people will feel it from their heart. So welcome to class. I am looking forward to having you.